Hey everybody, and welcome to the Octodad Dadliest Catch edition of PAX at Home. Of course, the experience or the show which aims to give you the experience of being at the booth of some of the games that I'm most excited to see at PAX Prime 2013. And if I'm being 100% honest with you, this whole PAX at Home promotion was just an elaborate ruse to get the guys at Young Horses to give me an early copy of Octodad Dadliest Catch so I could laugh my ass off while I played it in the best way possible, as I've been doing for like the past hour and a half since I got this code. So, what is Octodad Dadliest Catch? Octodad Dadliest Catch, you know, it's pretty similar to a lot of, AAA shooters on the market these days. You play as an octopus who just wants to live a normal, Leave It to Beaver style human life. He wants to, have the perfect nuclear family, wife, kids, but people keep trying to suss him out and, reveal the ruse that he's an octopus, and that's not cool, so you gotta try to blend in, basically. So the whole MO for Octodad is to not let people know he's an octopus and get on with his everyday life. So, we're gonna do one of the early missions here, and we might do the second kind of level in the game, or second chapter in the game as well. This game definitely fits in with that kind of like surgeon simulator style of game, where it's basically absurd physics-based puzzling. It's not really a puzzle game, but everything becomes a puzzle because the physics and the controls are so crazy. So, I'm using the Xbox 360 controller here. It actually controls really, really well with the Xbox 360 controller. Basically, left analog stick kind of moves you in this axis, like forward and side to side, forward, backward, side to side, and then the right analog stick moves you up and down. So this gives you your kind of like three-dimensional movement. Oh, I accidentally unlocked the door there, which is good, or unlocked the cabinet, which is good, because that's what I'm trying to do. You can do, some sweet dance moves in the mirror if you're so inclined. Believe you me, we will do some more dancing very shortly. So our mission here, should we choose to accept it, is to get married. This is like a prequel to the first mission that we'll actually do in Octodad Dadliest Catch. We'll just break down our whole house here. And again, this is kind of a tutorial mission, so they're going to give us the basic strategy or basic moves that we can do in order to proceed in the game. So basically, again, with the with the Xbox 360 controller, I can use the left trigger and the right trigger to control my legs, and if I ever want to use my arms, I can just hit the left bumper and then take control of those and pick up a chair and say, you know what, chair? I've had enough of your shit. Okay, well, you can't really get the kind of ferocity behind that I wanted to. Also, the chairs are exceptional handiwork. Anyway, so let's start trying to accomplish some of the goals that we have in Octodad Dadliest Catch. So what's our next objective? Find and wear your tux. I can do that. This is obviously, I guess, like our rehearsal dinner area. So we'll bust open through here and open this up. So, again, these are non-critical videos. So I'm not going to, necessarily say I'm having a positive or negative time with Octodad Dadliest Catch so far. What I will say is that it's probably going to be pretty easy for you to find out how I feel about this game, given the smile on my face that you can probably imagine by the tone of my voice right now. This is one of the funniest games I've ever played in my entire life, and it's, I'm still very early on, so, maybe it becomes a very serious Schindler's List-esque drama later. But it's also, it's got rewarding gameplay in that same kind of sense where, in Surgeon Simulator 2013, it was like frustration, 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 and then sweet serotonin release when you actually, got the heart transplant into the man. Octodad's like that as well, except it's for even more mundane tasks than, open heart surgery. It's like, oh yes, I finally made coffee. In any case, most important feature of the game that I've seen so far is this partay button, so we're just going to hit that, and then we are going to go to town. And it is remarkable how much mileage you can get out of this humor here. Let's do the pole dance, Octodad. You know how it works. Wrap yourself around it, baby. I shouldn't have done that because I kind of worry that I'm not going to be able to get myself out of it now that I've got myself in. Okay, let's not be ridiculous here, Octodad. What am I talking about? Let's not be ridiculous. Okay, we made it out. Now we need to find a key. Actually, I think the key is in here. Believe you me, I would spend more time with that, and have spent more time with that on my own. But let's keep things moving here. So, Octodad Dadliest Catch, let's talk about release of the game, because, obviously by this point, you're probably already aware of how you stand on Octodad Dadliest Catch. It's going to release, according to the website, which you can find in the... Oh, come on. Which you can find in the video description below, along with a number of relevant social media lists, including the mailing list, which I encourage you to sign up for to find out when the game actually releases definitively. Don't knock over those vases, Okay, knock over the vases. Yes, according to the website, it's a 2013 release. Shit happens. Maybe we'll see this a little bit earlier in 2014. I have no idea. You can bother the developers on Twitter if you're interested in that knowledge. Don't slip on the banana peel. But this is coming out on PC via Steam. It has already been greenlit, which is always comforting. And additionally, it was one of the games that was on the E3 Sony convention, kind of announced as a PS4 indie initiative, if that makes sense. So basically, that was a really pretentious and roundabout way of saying that it is going to be out on the PS4, and I'm not sure about Vita. It might be out on Vita as well, but again, encourage you to check out the links in the video description below to figure that out for yourself. So, you know, Cthulhu's our dad here. Like most weddings, they're a symbolic representation of breaking away from your parents, so let's fucking throw this... Okay, well, maybe we'll try another one here. We'll pick up the gift and we say... Okay, well, I've got it. This shouldn't be as difficult as it is, but I guess, you know, that's Octodad in a nutshell. Octodad in a nutshell. This shouldn't be as difficult as it is, and that's the joy in the game as well. Okay, so we can press start to check our objectives. We still have to put on a bow tie at the hall mirror. There's our bow tie right there, so we'll go pick that up, like so. Like so. Oh my god, okay. It might seem like the controls are wild. It's actually really, really intuitive. You're not going to believe me when I say that, but once you get the controller in your hands, I don't know how it controls with keyboard and mouse, but once you get the controller in your hands, it's actually really, really simple. You look at me when you're putting the bow tie on, Octodad. Come on, you can do this. I know you could. How are you supposed to get married if you can't put a bow tie on? But yeah, it's really, really intuitive, and, you know, I don't spend very much time thinking about what I'm doing when I play Surgeon Simulator 2013. On the other hand, I spend a lot of time being like, oh, what finger is which? Whereas an Octodad, it just, after a while, you become the Octodad, if that makes sense. Alright, so let's get married here. Oh, totally want to put on this Total Biscuit top hat here. There we go, beautiful. So here is the kind of adversarial aspect of Octodad. You know, in a weird way, it's almost like a stealth game, even though it's not. It's like stealth in plain sight. People are constantly watching you, and if you make too much of a mess, like, for example, if I take my arms and was like, hey, you know what I hate? Vases, and I just picked this up and, like, threw it all over the place, you can see that fills up that meter down there at the bottom, which is kind of like people's suspicion, and if that gets up to full, then people are not going to be pleased with you, and I guess you lose the mission. I wouldn't know, because I'm such a MLG Octodad player. Every time I say Octodad, God kills a kitten, but, I'm such a pro MLG Octodad player that it's never actually shown up for me. Although I have occasionally gotten some people a little bit suspicious. For example, my own family, which makes sense considering I live with them. How do I have kids with my wife is the real question. A question that I hope remains unanswered for the duration of the game. Okay, so we gotta put the ring on the finger of the lady here, make her the happiest girl in the world. And that is the first mission of Octodad Dadliest Catch. So, I don't think I'm going to show off the second mission so far. I think I'm just going to keep it as is. You know, the fun of this game, a lot of it at least, is the novelty of not knowing what comes next. So, I will definitely 100% have more coverage of Octodad Dadliest Catch on my channel in the future. But for now, hopefully this is just a nice titillation giving you an idea of what is to come. Octodad Dadliest Catch will be in the Indie Megabooth at PAX Prime 2013. If you're there, you should totally come see it. Big thanks to Young Horses for giving me the copy to cover today, and very much looking forward to this in the future. Make sure to check out the social media links in the game's website located in the video description below. Sign up for the mailing list if you're interested in seeing more about the game and keeping abreast of the situation. I am not going to spoil this opening jingle here. As always, thanks for watching. I appreciate your support on the video. Thanks for watching.